for this test, we're going to be testing the 3 hamstrings as a group. So for right now, we're not going to distinguish between biceps femoris versus semitendinous and semimembranosus. There is a little bit of a difference that we can do, but for now at this point, we're just going to start with the general hamstring test. So for the hamstring, again, it's a multi-joint test, and there is a chance, it talks about in the book, that you could send the hamstrings into spasm. So there's something we need to be very, very careful about, and that I'm going to ask him to do full knee flexion. And then as he lifts his knee up off the table, you may notice that it starts to lose some of its flexion, and that's because the muscle is over shortening. So you got to make sure that if he tried holding it too much, there's a good chance his hamstrings might spasm on him. Okay, so I'm going to ask him to do that on his own. He's going to fully flex his knee and then extend at the AF joint. Good. So for that same purpose, for the break test, I'm going to bring him part way in. I'm going to be gently resting my hand on the back of his thigh, thinking getting him to slightly engage here. But the primary focus of my manual muscle test is going to be pulling on his knee, specifically with my hand around his ankle. So whenever you're ready, please hold this position for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So again, I'm going to block the camera a little bit for this, but he's going to pull all the way through, all the way through, all the way through, and then just a little bit of lift at the end, because in concentric and the AROM, we do want to see the AF getting lifted up a little bit, so through extension. Can I have you turn over onto the back? I'm going to stay on this side for the camera. So most of you know what a hamstring length is. It's going to look very similar to a straight leg raise. I don't want to push the knee into hyperextension, but I don't want to allow it to bend. So we need that knee to be in extension as we bring the leg up. And then again, I'm going to bring it as far until I feel a nice tissue stretch through the back of the leg. And that will be one length for all 3 hamstrings.